the United States. It should never, ever happen to anybody else.
President Trump explaining why he's giving Attorney General Barr power to declassify information related to the origins of the Russia investigation.
Okay, President Trump said that he was going to do it. It's been highly awaited for by everyone on the right. The release of the FISA documents, the 302s, all of the incriminating documents that will show the high crimes that were committed by Hillary and Comey and the rest of the cabal. Obama included. And President Trump has conferred to Attorney General Barr sweeping powers to have access to anything he wants to related to this attempted coup of a duly elected president. Now, what we have here that I caught on Fox News Sunday was a correspondent by the name of Jillian Turner, who works for Fox. And let's have a listen to what she has to say and go from there.
News correspondent Jillian Turner. Well, Jillian, you have good sources inside the intelligence community. How strong is the pushback to the president's decision to give Barr access to this information, both in terms of concern about the security of the information and also concern that he might use it to make a political case for the president?
So up until now, only 2 people in the entire government had the power to essentially snap their fingers and declassify any information, any intelligence they wanted. And that's the president, and that is the Director of National Intelligence, Dan Coats. So what the president has done confers tremendous new powers on the Attorney General. Now, the challenge, according to the intelligence community, my sources there, is really this sets up a potential epic battle between the Attorney General and between the Director of National Intelligence. Because what happens if somewhere along this investigation, Barr decides to declassify information, and then on the back end, the Director of National Intelligence says, wait, this went way too far, this compromises national security, this compromises intelligence operatives around the world, maybe puts their lives at risk. What happens then? And nobody knows, because there isn't really a precedent.
Okay, here we go. Well, now it seems we can't even trust Fox News to report fairly, which I guess was somewhat predictable since they came up with the trumped-up charges against Roger Ayers and got rid of him some time back. And then it's maybe Disney buying out Fox News, and, it's just, already on the way to becoming just as much fake news as these other fake news outlets. But we got this gal on here, and, just fear-mongering the idea that, if we release this information, if all this stuff gets out about the FISA documents and all this power being conferred to the Attorney General, that can we trust him, and will he let out sensitive information about foreign service operatives? It just smacks of, well, first of all, she's turning a blind eye to the fact that the Russian collusion was actually committed by Hillary and the rest of her henchmen to essentially reverse the 2016 election and to oust a duly elected president. In other words, effectively doing what they accused Trump of doing, interfering with an American presidential election. And they were conspiring and had foreign involvement themselves in this attempted coup when they sent this, when Fusion GPS sent this Russian woman to Trump Towers to try to ensnare Donald Jr. with this business. And bringing in, you know, what about foreign involvement with Christopher Steele himself as a foreign agent? You know, there's foreign involvement right there when Hillary paid for this dossier from a foreign agent through funneling the money through Fusion GPS. But anyway, you know, we've got this Jillian Turner talking about, you know, worried about foreign agents being, maybe their lives being in danger by some of this information being released. Well, what about Hillary's bathroom server that was wide open to hacking from foreign governments? And there's proof out there that the Chinese and other foreign governments had access to her bathroom server. Now, what about foreign agents, what about operatives, or American operatives, their lives being put in danger by this illegal bathroom server that, by the way, violated the Espionage Act that she is yet to be brought to trial for? How do we know that agents in the Foreign Service, American agents, operatives, have not already lost their lives because of this server that Hillary had illegally? But Jillian mentions nothing about that. You know, it's more of this turning a blind eye, one-sided reporting. Not only that, are we supposed to blindly accept that everything was done appropriately and is beyond reproach and beyond question of the impetus of this investigation or any other government investigation for that matter? You know, the transparency should be such that any investigation is open to scrutiny and investigation of the investigators. So, and this should never be something that is not something that is unallowable, because this is America. We should never accept without question that government employees are beyond reproach and beyond corruption, because there is very strong evidence that corruption happened in this case and that there was unauthorized, well, first of all, fraud was was committed upon a FISA court. There's strong evidence for that. And this is all going to come out. Whereas Jillian says nothing about this stuff. All we get is the ruse of, oh, we can't do this because it might put some of our operatives in the field in danger. Well, you're talking about the Attorney General here, and this is someone who is should be just as trustworthy as the head of the intelligence services. And it's nothing more than a roadblock being trying to be thrown up to dig into this case to expose this attempted coup of a duly elected president, which is treasonous through and through. And it actually throws a very dim light upon Fox News if they have sunk this low as to enter in with the rest of the fake news outlets trying to stop the exposing of this cabal and cabal members in this attempted coup. So this is what we have here, in my view.
What happens if somewhere along this investigation, Barr decides to declassify information, and then on the back end, the Director of National Intelligence says, wait, this went way too far, this compromises national security, this compromises intelligence operatives around the world, maybe puts their lives at risk? What happens then? And nobody knows, because there isn't really a precedent.
An attempted coup or an attempted takedown of the President of the United States. It should never, ever happen to anybody else.